Imagine a world where the word elderly is an archaic slur. Where the wrinkles on a face are not seen as a mark of wisdom, but as a catastrophic failure of software. In the year 2026, the human body has ceased to be a destiny and has become, instead, a project. We are witnessing the first generation of humans who may never have to say a final goodbye to their own reflection. The cemetery is no longer an inevitability, it is becoming a museum of a primitive past. We have arrived at the threshold of longevity escape velocity. For millennia, the ticking of the biological clock was the one rhythm we could not ignore, the silent metronome of our decay. But as we navigate the landscape of 2026, that rhythm has been violently disrupted. The global elite are no longer buying superyachts or private islands, they are purchasing decades. Scientists have stopped treating aging as a natural process and started treating it as a digital error, a glitch in the biological machine that can be patched. This isn't about living to 90 in a state of frailty, it's about being 25 for a century. The barrier between mortality and divinity has never been thinner, and the cost of crossing it has never been higher. We are not just extending life, we are redesigning what it means to be a living being. It began with the mastery of the Yamanaka factors, the holy grail of cellular biology. We once believed our cells were hardwired to move in one direction, toward death. But 2026 has brought the widespread application of epigenetic reprogramming. We have found the reset button within our own DNA. By pulsing these specific factors through the bloodstream, clinicians can now revert old, exhausted cells back to their youthful, pluripotent state. Your liver can be biologically 5 years old while your birth certificate says 70. It is biological time travel, performed at the molecular level, stripping away the chemical rust that accumulates on our genes through the years. We are learning to scroll back the slider of our own existence, erasing the scars of time before they ever reached the surface of our skin. Then came the rise of the internal panopticon. In this new era, the most significant biohack is the total integration of artificial intelligence with our interstitial fluids. Miniature sensors, thinner than a human hair and woven into our vascular systems, provide a second-by-second data stream of our internal chemistry to a cloud-based guardian. Before a single cancer cell has the chance to divide, or a microscopic fleck of plaque can form in an artery, an AI-driven pharmacist, residing in a discrete patch on your arm, deploys a microdose of a custom-tailored compound. We are no longer waiting for symptoms to appear. In 2026, the concept of a patient is becoming obsolete because the cure happens before the disease even exists. We are living in a state of permanent, automated repair. We must also confront the undead within us. Our bodies are littered with senescent cells, often called zombie cells. These are cells that have stopped dividing but refuse to die, lingering in our tissues to secrete a toxic cocktail of inflammation that poisons their neighbors. This was the primary engine of what we used to call growing old. Today, targeted senolytic nanobots act as a biological cleanup crew, patrolling the bloodstream with predatory precision. They identify these cellular ghosts by their unique protein signatures and force them into a final, quiet exit. By purging the body of this accumulated toxic debris, the chronic aches, the cognitive fog, and the brittle fragility of the past are vanishing like a morning mist. We are clearing the graveyard within ourselves to make room for a perpetual spring. But what of the organs that simply wear out despite our best efforts? The 2026 breakthrough in scaffold-free 3D bioprinting has turned the global organ shortage into a relic of history. Using a patient's own stem cells, we are now printing hearts, kidneys, and lungs that the body accepts without the need for immunosuppressants. If a part breaks, we simply print a new one. The human body has become modular, a machine where every component is replaceable. We are becoming the biological version of the ship of Theseus, replacing every plank, one by one, until nothing of the original, decaying vessel remains. We are sustaining the flame by replacing the candle itself, over and over again, indefinitely. However, there is a shadow that no one wants to acknowledge in the glow of this new eternity. As we successfully kill aging, we are inadvertently killing the very thing that defined the human experience. Finitude was our engine. Our art, our desperate loves, our religions, and our frantic rush to achieve were all fueled by the cold, encroaching shadow of the Reaper. By removing the end date, we haven't just saved lives, we have created a permanent class of biological gods who may never make room for the next generation. We are moving toward a world where the old never leave, and the new have no place to grow. This death of aging isn't just a medical victory, it is a demographic and philosophical extinction event. We are curing death, but in doing so, we might be killing our humanity. We stand at the edge of forever, holding a needle that can stop time. The radical biohacks of 2026 offer us a glimpse of eternity, but they ask for our soul in exchange. We have traded the poignant beauty of the sunset for the stagnant heat of a perpetual noon. If you found this insight into our transhuman future compelling, subscribe and join us as we continue to map the end of the world as we knew it. Share this with someone who thinks they want to live forever. And as you lay your head down tonight, listen to the beat of your own heart and ask yourself this: if you could live 1,000 years, would you ever truly feel alive? Follow to stay ahead.